the Prof.
Okay, I was just saying that you are telling Ayo that campaigns haven't officially started, that your party hasn't started campaigns. But I was saying that here in Abuja, lining the streets of the Umaru Musa Yar'Adua Expressway are pictures of President Bola Tinubu put on little billboards hung on streetlights, ostensibly to mobilize people for some door-to-door campaign along that, along that road. And it looks very much like a campaign has already begun. You will also see massive billboards in some strategic areas of the FCT where some people are saying, oh, some grassroots people are demanding that he return in 2027. Wouldn't we call that a campaign?
Never. Go and read the Electoral Act, and you see what is called a campaign material. There are almost 6 items that must be in a material for it to become, a campaign document. And all those things you are seeing there are just pictures of the Mr. President. They are not campaign materials. Campaign materials must have a date. Campaign materials must have a logo of the party. They must have this. They must have that. There are many items, and if you check all those items, they don't contain all those issues that that specifies what is called campaign material.
So those people mobilizing support for the president ahead of 2027, they are not campaigning for the president.
Which political party will not mobilize membership? Mobilization is part of political activity, but not actually campaign activity. Mobilization is a constant act of political activity, and we keep mobilizing every day. Even after a day after election, you start your mobilization.
With the picture of the president on it?
Of course. That doesn't form a campaign material.
Professor, I know that people will certainly contest that because, interestingly, part of what it is that people are complaining about, so some institutions have complained about, including INEC, interestingly, and it's unclear what INEC is really looking at, but INEC has started warning political parties not to start campaigns, and I'm sure that these are some of the things they're looking at, which you say are not campaign materials. But we certainly will...
If it were campaign material, INEC would have contacted the party at the national level, but we will not receive any letter from INEC, asking us to remove a material because it's campaign material. That's what normally happens. If a material looks like campaign material, INEC is supposed to write a letter and ask us to remove the material because there are content that have to do with campaign, issues. But for now, we've not received any letter from INEC. We've not received any dissenting voice from them. And mark you, like I said, the letter has specified what is called, a campaign material. And all the material there are not campaign material.
Do you know the people who are doing this mobilization? Are they members of your party?
Of course. We have wide reach.
Okay. We
have a very wide reach across the country. Our members are, that's why I said that APC is the only political party that is nationwide for now. And it has, an overwhelming acceptance by Nigerians across the country, covering all religions, all tribes, all geopolitical zones. Like you saw, I was telling you about the last by-election.
Professor, Professor,
yes,
before the network starts to bail out on us, I think it's time for us to wrap up the conversation.